Welcome. Oh, that is not Dan. There we go. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the SHIRO show.
Oh, there I am. I'm here. Hi.
Welcome everybody. Sorry, I was doing some permission stuff. Welcome to the show, everyone. That is not indeed Dan, but now it is Dan.
Now it is me, yeah.
It was Dan, and now it's not. So, welcome to the show. As you notice, there's been a bit of a change.
Yeah.
We have some new music.
Yeah, what do y'all think about it?
You like it? Let's get some thumbs up. Need to give a big shout out to a random viewer that made it for us.
By random viewer, we mean
literally
random.
random.
Me,
Yeah.
yes, I did it.
There he is.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
I like
we're
it.
Good. Yeah, thanks for making this new music for us, Random. It's really good.
There should be more coming your way, but I don't know, if you guys like it, just let me know,
sweet.
and maybe I can make some more.
I'm down.
Yeah, of course. Random also makes the music for all of our community challenge trailers.
He does,
so
amazing music.
You guys have heard his music before.
Yeah.
I think he also does music for Pandemonium as well. I could be wrong. Panda would know.
I mean, for the Sega Rally video, yes, but I don't know, maybe Nick, if you're watching, another Tans.
We need to get exclusive music for Pandemonium. Let's go.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Get this man on your soundboard. But yeah, welcome to the show. We got a lot of cool stuff planned. We got a lot of the show. We got we almost had to guess. It's SHIRO TRL top 10 Pat moments. Number 10 when he ruined the show. Number 9 through 1.
No.
When
you
he
never
left
ruined the
show. No.
You make it better.
No, but
we are
anyways,
missing a Dave though. Again.
Yeah, Dave
week.
is missing. He, unfortunately, his wife is sick, so he is going to be out for today. But we'll hopefully have him back next week, and we'll do more SHIRO shenanigans.
Yeah,
Sega
Dave is
Saturn
like
SHIRO shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Yes, something like that. But yeah, Dave's holding down the fort with his kids while his wife's recovering. Hopefully, Dave himself doesn't get super sick. If he does, then yeah, he might be out another week. I don't know. We're gonna really miss Dave around here. So, but yeah, hope his wife gets better. Hope she feels better soon.
Feel better soon. Everybody,
send good thoughts to her.
Do the spirit thing. Put your hands up and give Dave your energy.
The spirit bomb.
Yes,
yeah.
Good vibes.
Everyone do that. Make Dave make a spirit bomb now. But yeah, but like I'm really excited. We got some great music. We got some segment music, but we'll sample some too. Like we actually have little segment music now. Yeah, we got little segment music. I can't hear it, but I imagine the fans can hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear it either.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. You can't hear it, but yeah, we got music. We got music for the thing, so we can do up some music tracks. We got the new segment. We got the community music.
Yeah, we'll work on maybe some new graphics or something for introducing segments here soon to go along with the music. That might be cool. Gonna try to up the production value on the show a little bit here.
Bring it on up, get it up. But yeah, no, it is pretty exciting. We got a lot of great news to talk about today, and we got a lot of cool people to chat about. We actually almost had a guest that joined us next to Random, but he couldn't get his mic working and he disappeared, and I'm trying to coax him back in the chat. Let's see if maybe we can get him back in. I'm like, get in the chat, please. We want to talk to you. If you see that, if you're in the Discord, you know who it is. But we're trying to coax them in.
Well, while we wait, I guess let's say hi to everybody who's in chat and joined us for the show today. We have Analog Black Sheep. We have Wiener Bob, who donated $1.99. Thank you very much. He said, "I'm working, so have a good show. B or B switch to." Oh, so budget or buttery switch to. I guess that's our first topic today.
Buttery for the power of it looks pretty good. Budget for the controllers, because I guarantee you, if that thing's not latched on correctly, a kid's gonna pick that up by the controller and it's gonna drop and break.
Yeah, or somebody's gonna. It'll just snap off or something.
Yeah, so I'm not really comfortable with that little fail point. I'm hoping there's more to that. Maybe there's some design things that Nintendo does to make it not not break off instantaneously, but hopefully they sort that out, because they're probably gonna have kids hold the thing by the controller, hand it by the controller, and not gonna be good.
Adults will do that too. Adults are gonna break it too. Well, I would say that I'd say it's
no,
gonna
Dan.
be
Only kids play
buttery.
Switch consoles. No adults play video games.
Yeah, of course, definitely not us. But yeah, I'd
That's
say
why
buttery
not adults.
because it's gonna supposedly have Hall effect sensors in the Joy-Con
Ooh.
joysticks, the analog sticks. That's going to be a massive improvement over the drifting Joy-Con sticks that we had before. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, so everybody else in chat, thank you for joining us. Dragons of Saturn, Christian Marte, Neil Henderson, Tales of Saturn, Captain Hawden, Paul Bort, Tom Fun, Momphis, Lee Toast with the Most, hello, Papetsu, hi, Raiden is here, Pierre Garot, Pandemonium, Slow Coin, also known as Double Dime, hello.
Double Dime.
See, Sega Retrop View, I don't recall seeing you in here before, but welcome, glad you're watching. Scotty Moe is here, awesome.
I think they're on Twitter and stuff. I see them around.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And they comment on our videos.
Joseph Kitchen Fried Noodles, who said howdy, started watching 2 months ago and keep coming back. That's good. Thanks. I'm glad
Thank you,
keep
Joseph
going
Kitchen
back.
Fried Noodles. Hopefully you can send us some fried noodles, because I love fried noodles.
You hungry?
No,
do too.
I actually will talk about that in my update.
Okay. And then PB Prega is here too, and Eric. So thank you for joining us, everybody. 43 people watching, and give us some likes on the video and spread the word.
Likes, dislikes if you really want to. You don't have to give us likes if you really don't want to. Dislikes are also an option. I wouldn't recommend it. I think thumbs up is the correct one, but if you guys are not enjoying the show and want to show that we're not doing a good show for you showing, just give us the down show fingers.
For the SHIRO show.
Yes.
The down
exactly.
shows, down votes, down shows. Anyways, I guess for updates, you have any updates or pickups, Danold?
No pickups this week. Finally, I had pickups there for a few weeks in a row, and I'm finally out of pickups. Just been enjoying what I already have, I guess. Not even any sumos, because I go to the grocery store probably Sunday. We've had a lot of snow here in Ohio, so
You gotta fight for those sumos.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to go out and get some more. I'm sumo-less. Very sad.
I'm just imagining you pass that outside of your door with like tired with 2 handfuls of sumos in bags.
Like I couldn't make it. I froze.
Yeah,
to
you
death
froze to death with
outside.
the sumos, like all
Like
happy
The
like you got your
Shining.
sumos. Yeah.
Just encased in ice with sumos in each hand. Be great.
Yeah, you'll have to Pudgy get you out with a couple of chisels and stuff. Maybe put you in the microwave, put it on high.
So no pickups this week. I don't know, it's just been a really kind of busy week for me this week, so I haven't gotten a chance to do too much video gaming, sadly. I really want to. We took down the tree finally, the Christmas tree.
Oh,
and
dang.
so I was able to kind of like move. Yeah, we keep it up for a couple weeks after Christmas. And so then we finally moved the Saturn and the CRT and everything back into its like usual spot where the Christmas tree was. And so I have to kind of get back in the flow of playing a little bit because I haven't gotten a chance to. But I did finally write a story this week, so I felt good about that for the website.
Nice. Yeah,
Talk
no,
about that
my
later.
roommate specifically says after New Year's the tree has to go down, so I pretty much use the Sunday after
Trick.
New Year's and just take the tree down entirely.
I mean, that's fine. That's at least a good week after Christmas, so it's a little bit of time.
Yeah, no, I don't keep it up that long, but I'm actually pretty excited. I don't have pickups, but I have pre-orders and future pickups. So, for those of you that don't know what Warhammer 40k is, I'm not going to explain it, but it's the miniature game thing I do. I actually painted up a new mini the other night. This is the technically it's called the Earthshaker. It's a like a resin model that they released. It's like an artillery piece. It's like all like dirty and stuff. It's supposed to be like a rusted out artillery piece. I'm converting it to a new piece because they announced that the army I play, Astra Militarum or Imperial Guard, specifically the Deathcore Krieg, which is like the little gas mask dude, they announced that they're coming out with a new like model range for it. So I am picking up 2 boxes of that. I have that pre-ordered, so that's going to be coming in soon. And then they announced last night my other army I'm excited for that I've been waiting like 2 years for, the Emperor's Children. finally have like a release date, and actually, well, not a release date, like a targeted release date and a whole reveal of all these models. So I'm also getting that when that pre-order goes up. So I am super excited. 2 boxes of each of those.
You're just sending your whole paycheck to Games Workshop, aren't you?
No, it's fun. It's funny. Like literally, it's well, I actually have a game shop nearby. I do the PayPal like pay in 4, so I just have it like spaced out. Like they do the 4 payments over like a week.
Oh, geez, it's so expensive. You have to break it up into payments. You have to do a payment plan for your dollies.
it makes it easier. It makes it easier. So I don't drop $400 in one go.
Jeez.
So it's a little bit easier. But no, I got those 2 pre-ordered. I'm really excited for both those model ranges dropping. It's funny because I don't usually spend a lot on 40K like that often. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna spend anything, and it's like, oh yeah, both your armies are coming out back to back, so I have to buy both of them. But after that, I don't really have to buy anything else, so I'm good. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Nice.
Once I'll be one and done.
Cool. Nice.
So, and then I'll be good for the rest of the dish. I just have to paint everything up. So I'm slowly painting like my models together. I actually got back to finally painting them, so I'm pretty excited. I started painting again, so it's looking pretty sweet. I'm excited to finish up the artillery. I have to put it on a base and stuff, so I'm converting it over, but it came out really well. I spent last night painting it up. I tried this new rust material, and it was really good. So nice. Dollies acquired and painted, so I'm gonna be a slow burn trying to get all that sorted out, so I'm pretty excited.
No, I'm sure you'll have fun. Yeah, you'll have fun with it.
But yeah, I think that's it from me. I don't have any other pickups. I've just been playing some fan translations, playing a new one that got updated that we'll talk about like in a little bit, which I guess is a good segue if we want to do that.
Well, do you want to do community updates first real quick? Want to talk about the community challenge and play a jingle?
A tingle? Tinkle?
A jingle. I did that. Tinkle jingle?
Alright, I'll play that little jingle.
Where's the third guy? Saturn Dave is, his wife is sick, so he's taking care of his kids. That's where he is.
Is he actually known as third guy?
Yeah, he is known as the third guy now, according to Sally Dagger in chat.
Wow, I'm sorry, Dave, that you're now the third guy.
Rip. Let me know when the jingle plays, Pat. I can't hear it.
It already did.
No, okay, fair enough. Well, hi, we're in the community segment now, I guess. We're going to have to work on our coordination with that. Anyway, Double Dime, one of the coordinators of our community challenge this month, which of course is Winter Heat, still going on for the rest of January, did want me to convey a little message to everybody today. And now if you want to hit the link that I sent you, Pat.
Oh, yeah, it's up.
Okay. So Double Dime says, wow, things have been busy on the slopes. We're a little past halfway through the Sega Saturn SHIRO Winter Heat Community Challenge this month, with Saturn fans around the world frequently posting their best scores and times every day, with lots of back and forth for who gets the top spot in each category.
That's a lot of people. Oh my god.
Yeah. Top Dogs Private Eye and Tortured Greg are leading in 5 categories each. Private Eye is leading in 11 event heat, as well as bobsled, skeleton, slalom, and cross country. Meanwhile, Tortured Greg is leading in aerial, ski jumping, speed skating, short track speed skating, and speed skiing. We also have the notorious VDP leading in downhill, who managed to get down that hill in 31.46 seconds. Congrats. And Joe Bush leading in snowboard with 46.8 seconds.
Isn't that song from Stranger Things? Oh, that's Running Up That Hill, sorry.
They're running up the hill, yeah.
I mean, that's right what they did beforehand to get down the hill, so...
Right. Well, they might have used a ski lift, though.
I mean, there's no confirmation.
No, yeah, we don't know. So we still have 2 more weeks until things are final. So head on over to the Community Challenge chat on SHIRO's Discord and get those scores and times in for your chance to win a patch or a special t-shirt prize. The mountain is calling.
Yeah, we got a lot of names on here. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people that are participating this time.
Yeah, so thanks everybody for participating. It's a fun game. I didn't get a chance to do it more times this week. I wanted to. Hopefully I will this weekend, but I did put some times in last week. They weren't very good, weren't very impressive, but it was still fun. It is a pretty fun game. I'm surprised I was able to get decent times on stuff where you have to button mash, because I'm usually really bad at button mashing in games. Like, I don't know. I don't have the the motor skills, I guess, for good button mashing. But I don't know. This game is, I guess, a little forgiving with it, so that was kind of nice.
That's good. I'm glad you're able to mash those buttons.
Yes, I mean, not all of them are mash buttons, thankfully. Too, there's some of you steering or timing your button presses to get around the sticks when you're skiing downhill and that sort of thing. So it's cool to kind of switch it up. So yeah, Winter Heat. Cool game, good game. If anybody wants to get in on the challenge,
if you want to get some heat, get in heat.
Yes,
I know it's time winter. To get in heat, guys.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not neutered.
So I think that's all we've got about the community challenge, and I don't think we have any news with the Duke Nukem Netlink tournament that is still ongoing, but I think we had a couple more matches this week that got finished. But yeah, that is still going too.
Doing that.
Are you still in the tournament?
I think I am. I need to finish up the match. I'll see if I can find some time.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna
have to drop. I don't know. I'd like to not, but we'll see.
Icepack OG says in chat, high scores in Winter Heat requires you to have lots of experience hunched over in front of a TV screen, furiously wriggling your wrist. Yeah, something like that. That's certainly some imagery.
I prefer playing with a partner though.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people also assume that position when playing a lot of the visual novels on Saturn. So,
yeah, I mean,
Winter Heat.
Yeah, that's what I like about some of those controllers. They're very easy to play one-handed.
Yeah, it's convenient. It's thoughtful.
Definitely convenient. Couch co-op.
Yeah, Martin Evans got the right idea. That's just another Friday, Scotty Mo said.
It's another manic Friday. Just another something Friday that I can't say on the air because we'll get demonetized.
Don't demonetize us.
Winter Heat will go down in the first community challenge to cause physical injury. I mean, it'll be a new one. We got a physical injury from the... I know we're going to have some for the game competition. Playing playing what's his name's game.
A
Frog Bulls game.
Yeah, Frog Bulls crazy button mashing Shenmue game. Yeah, that one's rough. I played that too. I could not give her... See, that's another one where it's like you're supposed to button mash, and I could not do the button mashing it's required me to do. I just don't have it in me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But anyways, do we want to move on to the news segment?
Yeah. Give us the new news jingle. And go ahead and take it away.
Alrighty. So we will start with Princess Crown Translation for EAD. So before we start on this one, I'm gonna preface that I don't want to cover all of that stuff with the Princess Crown Translation. We already covered that thoroughly before, the whole drama and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're trying to be impartial and just show it as it is. So when each of them when each party does their updates, we will showcase and give them time to talk. So it's there's nothing with that. So that we just try to want to be impartial and to show off what we see. But Back October was released to Prince Crown 0.3. And as time went on, they basically just continued on and worked more on it, and they actually came out with a version dubbed 0.8, which fixes a lot of text issues and some bugs that were hanging. See if I can find the specifics on what was fixed. So all the story elements and names are translated using the fix with mono-spaced font. The doorway signs are translated. All the book standards fully test and crash free. And 2 cutscenes have reduced dialogue by bypassing soft locks. So at least that's good. There's some soft logs that have been fixed.
Yeah, that was a real problem with it when it was initially released a few months ago. Was people could only play so far, and then they were advised to switch to loading up their save file in the Japanese untranslated copy to get through the crash part, and then you can switch back to the translation. It's a hassle. So I guess that's fixed now.
Yeah, no. Luckily, they got most of that sorted. So it's for what I've been seeing, it seems very playable and less crashy. So that's always a good thing. Mm-hmm. Dan goes through and talks about a little bit more in his video that he put up about it.
Yeah, Dan the Mega Driver from the Sega guys. Thank you for doing this right up too. And he got a video up really fast showing this new update up. So that was good.
You siphoned the Patrick energy. That's always a good thing to do. He burnt the midnight oil to put the video up, but yeah, no, it's I'm very happy that that there's still people able to play it in English when they want to and have like these options. Like I said, I don't want to get into the nitty gritty about that whole situation, but I'm just happy where people are able to play the game translated, and I'm really excited to see when Sam I Am and Cyber Warrior X complete their version of it. I imagine it'll probably be the definitive way to play it once that comes out, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, there's no law saying there only has to be one translation patch per game in the universe. You know, I mean, just look at Castlevania Symphony of the Night. There's 2 different translation patches for that.
There's like 4 patches total for that thing. It's insane.
Yeah. So, you know, everybody can work on their own thing, and then everybody can choose which one they want to play, or they can play both and check them both out. And, you know, and that's good. Good to have options. So, yes, EAD
it's like
Master
2 cakes. Like Black Sheep said, it's like 2 cakes.
Yeah, better in one. So EAD Master is making progress, so that's cool. Nice to see stuff like the combat menus are translated. You know, that certainly makes it a lot easier to play the game. You know, you can mash your way through dialogue and be fine, but when you need to actually like interact with stuff with menus to actually play the game and progress, like that's when you need it to be in English. So good stuff.
It is good stuff. Danny goes more into depth into the changes in here and some of the intro on it, and shows some more gameplay off of the game. So if you guys want to read his article, he went through a lot of different history about the beginning of the patches and what changed in this one. So there's a whole article up. You guys can view it here, and you can watch his video on the Sega Guys channel that goes more in depth on that as well, which I love his videos, so it's definitely recommend to watch all of these Sega Guys videos. Yeah,
they do a great job. They put out a lot of videos, like a good few each week. So, and on like a wide variety of Sega topics, not just the Saturn ones. They're gracious enough to put transcripts of their videos that are focused on the Saturn on SegaSaturnShiro.com. And we appreciate that as being part of the SHIRO, brotherhood here, the SHIRO group. But yeah, they also talk about modern Sega games and Dreamcast developments and Mega Drive and all sorts of stuff. So
yeah, definitely recommend check them out if you haven't. I'm pretty sure everyone here watches them, so yeah, go watch them and enjoy their content.
Yeah, we still need to get like T-shirts or something that say Sega Guys.
Yes,
they were giving us a hard time about that a couple weeks ago.
They have a shop too. I need to do that. I'm a bad Sega Guys fan, so
I think I linked us in our Discord to where their shop is. So yeah, we're gonna have to get some T-shirts. They have like 3 different colors. I think they have like black, gray, and blue. So we should totally all get like different colors. So we're all a little different.
Red, white, and blue. The American way.
No, I don't think that would look more. They're from Europe. It would look more like French.
I mean, if you do it like the flag colors, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
As long as we don't stand vertical next to each other, we're good.
Yeah, true. Well, so what would you want? Would you want the black Sega Guys T-shirt, or the blue one, or the gray one?
I think I'll take the gray one.
You want the gray? Okay. I'm gonna take blue. So yeah. Dave is stuck with black. That's the one that's left. He's not here to
defend himself.
Yeah, fight for a different color.
Fight for your right for T-shirts. Do boo do boo boo. But yeah, no. So check it out.
Yeah. Next, we've got an Under the Microscope article from Bo Bales. Thank you again to Bo for checking out a couple more Saturn games. We have 2 games in this one: Actual Golf and Virtual Golf. A couple of golf games. He said, "Golf games, kind of a snooze, right? I always thought so, and maybe I still do, but the Saturn has a handful of them, and I wonder if any of them would be interesting to examine." 2 of them were. So he found some previously undocumented cheat codes for Actual Golf, which also is called VR Golf 97 in North America, as well as a clue that Actual Golf was meant to ship with a whole second disc. And he found a way to make everyone pro instead of amateur in Virtual Golf.
I wish they had an Actual Cop. They only have Actual Golf.
Yeah, Actual Cop would have been fun if maybe a little janky. He found that with
I think they have that game though. It's called Police Academy Trainer, but unfortunately, yeah, that game's actually fun. My brother, I love that game. That's one of my favorite arcade games. Anyone ever play the Police Trainer games? Actual Pat. Those are fun arcade. Are fun in the arcade, especially if you like if you just like purposely mess up, like, oh yeah, just shoot all the citizens instead of the the guys with the guns. It's really funny.
Nice.
I like that game.
So Actual Golf, also known as VR Golf 97, was I guess if you hold down L and R at the same time on the title screen, then it flips a byte, and that changes the rankings to have the names of people who worked on the games. That's a fun little secret there. Let's see. And there's a second undocumented code. If you hold X, Y, and Z at the title screen, it will show the staff roll, show the credits. And if you hold down X, Y, and Z in another place, when you're highlighting the Pro Tour option from the options screen, the tournament you'll play is the last one, World Match Play, for $305,000. Those Easter eggs, not bad. Is there anything else? Bo found that, according to Sega Saturn Magazine UK, part of the motivation for the would-be sequel of Actual Golf 2 was that the original didn't have very many courses. So Bo was surprised to find unused game data that refers to a second classic courses disc in Actual Golf 1. When you change the function for the controller options from one bit of data to another, he got a screen that says, to use the classic course disc, a validation file must first be saved in the backup memory. Where do you wish to save the validation file? And then it asks you to put it in the system or the cartridge. And then it says another screen, please remove the Actual Golf game disc and immediately insert the classic course disc. When you have done this, select run application from the audio CD control screen, blah, blah, blah. So as far as we know, every version of this game only came with a single disc. I don't know if a classic courses disc was ever made and is floating around out there, or if such a thing was never really made. It was just something they were thinking about. But it is kind of fun to see that little peek behind the curtain that they were planning on doing that. And then we've got what do you think about that, Pat?
I actually have an update that I think's gonna be kind of interesting.
Oh, what's that?
In the Saturn chat, it looks like Paul Metz talking to Sam I Am. So I'm interested to see if maybe it might just be might be him messing around with it, or maybe messing with that. But I mean, if there's a chance that Paul Metz could team up with Cyber Warrior X and Sam I Am, I think that would be incredible, especially now that he finished up the last one. So I don't know, like the context. I was looking at the Discord to see if he updated yet. He can't hop in the chat, but interesting stuff happening in the Discord. I'm getting kind of excited now.
Oh. Nice.
But nothing confirmed. Okay. I'm just seeing screenshots, so I'm just saying that hypothetically it'd be cool if they teamed up.
Screenshots? Got screenshots in our Discord?
In the Saturn chat, yeah, they're talking about Princess Crown. So nice. I wonder if they're doing screenshot comparisons. So I'm wondering if they're tinkering around with some code stuff. So it'd be kind of cool if they, if that happened. I'm not saying that. I mean, it'd be cool. I would recommend that they do talk to each other and get it sorted, because that'd be kind of a powerhouse team. I'd be down. Sorry about that. I'll let you get back to golfing.
Oh, that's all right. So the other game that Bo took a look at was Virtual Golf, also known as Tournament Leader. That was made by Core Design.
This is unactual golf?
Yeah, this is unactual golf. This is just virtual golf. So this is much less realistic golf than actual golf, I assume. Anyway, so like actual golf, virtual golf requires your players to be pros to play in the pro level tournaments. If you try to play as an amateur, you'll be asked for a password. If you do a difference comparison on memory snapshots, you will see that the password input buffer is stored at a certain place. So Bo was able to find that when he was decompiling it with Ghidra. And so he found a scrambled version of each player's name is a password. So the algorithm was easy enough for him to implement. When he applied it to the amateur golfer list, he got a table. And so now everyone can be a pro without actually, I guess, kind of leveling yourself up to being a pro. Yeah. So easy track to being a pro in virtual golf. So yeah, it's a fun little thing. I don't know if did he put a patch out for that? I don't think so. I think it was just something he figured out. He found the passwords. I think if you put these passwords in his story or at his blog Rings of Saturn, then you'll be able to do that. So thank you, Bo, for looking at those games and writing that up. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any patch things. So I think it's just codes and stuff and hacks. But
yeah, I think it's the passwords.
But yeah, no, that's really cool. Funny enough, I was thinking about that. I saw a tournament on the other night for, the golf things like that, like the screens that are set up, like the virtual stuff. They're like the golf. I actually saw a tournament for that on TV the other night.
Oh, you mean like golfing video games?
Yeah, it's those. It's like a lot of the sports centers have, where it's like the giant screen that's put up, and they have like the golf course on there, and it's like a game. You hit it.
Yeah, you have like a golf,
Golden
golf
Tee.
club or whatever.
I'd pay to watch a Golden Tee tournament. That's sick. No, it's but I think you know what I mean, Dan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the stand-up cabinets or whatever, like Golden Tee, where you use like a trackball. Like it's actually like a whole screen.
Yeah.
And you stand there and you actually kind of like swing a golf club, and then it sort of virtually figures out how well you did.
Yeah, so that was kind of funny. I didn't expect that. So every time I saw that virtual golf and actual golf, I was thinking about that. So yeah, shouts out to golf tournaments that do that.
Esports take all forms, I guess.
Exactly, they're true gamers.
Dive Bar Classic. Yeah, that's what Golden Tee is.
Alrighty.
Time to leave. All right, Sega Retrop View. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you can catch the rest of the show on video on demand later.
Because it's on the SHIRO side.
Yeah.
Sorry, I totally stole. I'm stealing everybody's stuff. Call me Thief Trick.
Thief Trick.
Stealing all the stuff. But yeah, the next game we're going to cover is a Best of Saturn Gold, so Dragon Force.
Yes. Yeah, Peter Malik wrote this up. I decided when putting his stories up on the website, I should start when it's a Best of Saturn Gold or Silver, I should actually put that in the headline so it's a little more obvious instead of just because I was just like tagging it at the bottom of the article and probably no one looks at the tags. So this makes it more obvious that this is why this article is much longer than usual. It's a Best of Saturn Gold as determined by Peter.
So this is developed by J-Force and Sega Japan, releasing in 1996 worldwide. Basically became a instant juggernaut on the Saturn, getting a lot of great reviews and showcasing how well Saturn handles sprites. I mean, this game's amazing. Mm-hmm. We covered it on a podcast. I think we actually had a Dragon Force podcast where we covered Dragon Force 1 and 2, and then did a bonus for what's that game called? Ogre Battle, because it was similar in nature to that.
Oh. Yeah.
So yeah, really fun game. I'm not the greatest at it, but still fun. It's basically a strategy game set in the fantasy world of Legendra. That's an interesting name. And you take control of 6 kingdoms that are tasked with searching for the continent for members of the Dragon Force. It's kind of like the Power Rangers, except with dragons. So I guess the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Finding the heroes and uniting civilian behind your just rules the only cause the world has defeating the dark god Madruk. Sounds like me. Who stirs from his slumber and once again casts a pall all over humanity. I don't know what a pall is, so is that like
a pall is like a miasma. It casts a shadow.
What's a miasma?
If you will. It's like it's a mist.
Okay, so it's like a mist. Okay.
Foreboding mist. Yeah, it's
foreboding. It took us a little bit to get there, but we got there.
Yeah. Paul.
We got there.
There you go.
Paul McCartney.
Paul.
Paul. Paul McCartney of the Beatles.
No, not Paul.
Legend of the Beatles. The game is split between an administrative mode, a map mode, and a battle mode. So, as you know, there's like an overworld you go and meet up and scroll, and then you get actually see the battles themselves, like this giant formation where you paddle and do it. So it's really interesting. I love the concept of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ton of fun. Have you had any experience playing this game, Dan?
I've tried to play Dragon Force a little bit. It was, I guess, like a little overwhelming. I know we have a video on our channel. I believe we do. That did Peter make it? Somebody made it about like explaining how to play Dragon
Well, that's
Force. How to, like,
Chaz.
get your minor at Chaz did it. Okay.
The Game Master Chaz. He did a whole video.
Okay, I need to watch it again and then try it again sometime, because I mean, for some people this is their favorite Saturn game, their number one game. Sega Lord X, he loves Dragon Force. So I know I'm missing something with it. So I would like to give it another try. But yeah, when I have played it, I was kind of like, I guess there's a little bit of analysis paralysis, because it seems like there's a lot of different options. And then when I kind of drove forward with an option, like all of my army got killed. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm done. Like, I guess I didn't do well. So yeah, but it is, either way, whether you're good at this game or not, it is really impressive to see that huge army of sprites, both armies really going at it on screen. It's the sort of thing you just don't really see in a lot of video games, at the time or since. It's just, and all of them are moving independently with their own AI, and it's just wild to see. So yeah, Dragon Force is a unique title, very Sega Saturn. If any game is. Try Another Kingdom again. Try Another Kingdom then, Momphis said. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I just picked the wrong kingdom. I don't remember now which one I chose. So, and there are a lot of different kingdoms you can play as. So,
Kingdom
yeah,
Come.
I mean, I'll try a different one.
But yeah, Working Designs worked on the English translation of this and did an okay job.
Yeah.
Like there's just a few pop culture references that they're infamous for, of course. But I mean, for the most part, I never heard really complaints more about this game. It's usually most about like Magnite Ray Earth or the Lunar games that people have issues with.
Yeah, Working Designs pretty much took Dragon Force seriously, which was nice.
Unlike me, that would make a dragon these balls.
Yeah, Dragon Force 2 never got localized, fully, as Berserker said, but it does have a translation patch, doesn't it? A fan patch?
Yeah, there's a fan translation patch, so you could play Dragon Force 1 and 2 on the Saturn in English. 2's a little bit different. A lot of people don't prefer that one over this one. It's kind of more like Fire Emblem-esque feeling.
Wasn't it made by a different team?
I think so, yeah. It's like a different team. But the thing I like about the Dragon Force is that the second one feels more like the classic Fire Emblem, but Dragon Force 1 actually feels more like the new Fire Emblem, having all the characters on the screen and attacking. It's kind of funny it took that long to get that's the sort of Dragon Force game on a modern-esque console.
I wonder if they were looking to the past, to the original Dragon Force, for inspiration. That Fire Emblem. Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, if you guys should definitely play Dragon Force 1 on the Saturn. 2 you could also maybe play if you really want to. I would recommend 1 over 2, but you could also play 2. It's not the end of the world. Pretty good, and hopefully maybe one day we'll get a remake of it, like Lunar and the other games. But
yeah, that would be cool.
It's pretty dubious about that, but we'll see.
Which, speaking of the Lunar remake, we did just get a release date for that. I think it was like April 22nd or April 2nd, something like that. It's April. It's in a few months.
Yeah, I'm excited to pick that up. They announced like a physical edition of it.
Yeah, they did. Even for the Xbox One or the Xbox Series, which is surprising because it seems like fewer games are getting physical versions on the Xbox these days. So that's cool.
Oh yeah, Lunar's not remade. It's gonna get a remaster, so technically remaking it.
Oh yeah, it's a remaster for Lunar. It is based on the PS1 version. You can switch back to the classic graphics, which are just the PS1 version. So that's a little bit of a downer, because I mean there are 2 earlier versions of Lunar, both on Sega consoles, and neither of them are being used for the original graphics. But what can you do? I guess
I know what you could do.
What's that? Play the originals?
Yeah. How'd you know I was gonna say that?
Yeah. I read your mind.
Go get yourself a Mega CD or Sega CD if you're the correct region, and play some stuff. Dyken said, "Sounds like fun for a retro video game night." I agree. I'm not very good at it though, so I might have to switch over to something that I'm good at. I'm pretty bad, but a Lunar traditional JRPG. Honestly, I would say yeah, it's a traditional RPG. It's pretty brutal though. The Lunar for Sega CD, Lunar 1 and 2 are pretty brutal. They kind of made it less on the PlayStation version of it. So,
but yeah, they're very JRPG.
Yes,
definitely.
But yeah, let's go into our last article then, which
Second
is
last.
Arcana Strike. Oh, so Arcana Strike. They're right. Sorry, you are right. So do you want to take this one?
No, you go ahead, because the last one's my story, which I'll probably be reading. So.
Okay, so this one kind of came out of nowhere. So an English fan translation for the RPG game Arcana Strikes is almost ready for release. Oh, it's almost ready. So
yeah, it's not out yet.
So it was developed in 1997 and published by Takara and released by Red Company, which is also the guys known for Sakura Wars, so that's kind of cool. I wonder if they for the card game, I wonder if they took inspiration for like the games for like the Koi Koi Wars and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, and they posted a video shortly about their progress. So
yeah, this is Medusa team doing this, which is led by Paul Met. So yeah, last time they did a translation patch was a year ago now, when they updated their patch for Dracula X Nocturne in the Moonlight, also known as Symphony of the Night, Castlevania. And they've also done both the Ogre Battle games, done patches for those. Didn't they also do Linkle Liver Story? Weren't they in charge of that? So
yeah,
they've done. Medusa team's been prolific in translating Saturn games. It's been great.
Yeah, I like this screen on here. To avoid being cheated, don't buy this. Distribute the modified version of this game on eBay. Apply translation out of your original copy. It's a PS. Shame on those trying to cash in on someone else's work. They do not like those repro makers at all.
No, they don't.
Much hatred indeed. But yeah, this is pretty much a card game, which is kind of interesting, as you could see by the screenshots. It's like kind of reminds me of a battle game. I think we talked about this on I swear we talked about this on a Best of Saturn before. That's a card game. We're like, oh, it's a scene, we don't know how to play it.
Pandemonium, who wrote this story, did mention that at the very end of this story. He links to the Best of Saturn article. Yep.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that. And I was like, oh, this looks really cool. Reminds me of reminds me a lot of those battle games. So I'm excited to play this. The release is planned for the beginning of this year. So, but it may be delayed due to the translation of the game manual. So it's kind of a cool one, going a little bit above and beyond. I honestly think they could probably go without that and release it now. I don't think people would mind that much, but
I disagree. It's very important to translate the game manuals, which everyone should read and enjoy and appreciate.
Yeah, probably makes it easier for the instructions on how to play it too. So I actually just thought of that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like with some of these games, it is actually very beneficial to read the instruction manuals, because games in the 90s expected you to read the instruction manuals to know what the hell you're doing. They didn't really have tutorials in the game too often. So yeah, you probably do kind of need to read the instruction manual to play this. I mean, it's like we include a lot of helpful stuff in the Stellar Assault manual and the Bulk Slash manual that I put together, which I did those things because I was inspired by Team Medusa doing the Linkle Liver Story manual, translating that, which was awesome. So yeah, they definitely are helpful, and people should check those out when they are included with translation patches.
No, for real.
I guess they're still looking for like a good scan of Arcana Strike's manual, so that's what the holdup is. And once they're able to find that, they can translate and put it together, and then we'll have a playable patch out in the world. So that'll be cool.
If they want, I could potentially get a scanner. I have a scanner that I do scanning for like photography. If the game's not that expensive, or somebody wants to send it to me, I can just scan it myself and just like rip out all the take it all like the nails and stuff like that. Yeah, and I could probably just scan that myself. It probably wouldn't be that much work. So if if somebody
Pandemonium in chat says it's like 20 bones on eBay.
Yeah, if somebody wants to send that to me, I can, or like whatever, I can go and get that scanned up. It'll take me 5 minutes.
If someone has like a good non-messed up copy of the manual, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna mess it up. That's the thing, though, is that I have to get a good scan. I'm gonna have to take the staples out of it manually. So
yeah,
I'm gonna probably ruin the manual. But I mean, I guess I technically could lay it flat. It shouldn't be that bad. But they probably would prefer if I took out the staples out of it. So what I could do,
yeah, I mean, you could try just laying as flat as you could and scanning it, and then doing a couple pages and then presenting it to Team Medusa and asking them, hey, does this look good, or do you need me to go ahead and take the staples out?
yeah, because I could do that. That would be doable. Or I can, like, I do one safe scan where I scan it with the staples, and then do another one where I take the staples. I take the staples out, so that way if I mess up the paper with the staples, we won't be SOL on that.
Well, I was just thinking you could try with the staples in and see if they're happy with that first, so we can maybe avoid not destroying, but I guess changing, sort of destroying an original manual. They're not making any more of them, so.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad. I have a scanner that's literally in the closet I could set up, so. Awesome sounding teamwork. So just let me know. Maybe, I guess Paul Met's in the chat. I can ask him, and we can figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to do the scanning, and it turns out, oh yeah, he already scanned it or found somebody. So I'll probably message him, see if he'd be down for that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for writing this story, Panda. It's a good story. We appreciate you reaching out to Paul Met to get a couple quotes for it and get the lowdown on what's going on with this translation patch.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Panda. I love this article, and I will be excited to play the game once it drops.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll have to wait on me to do that if I do the scanning, so I'll be the linchpin.
Maybe they'll give you early access to the patch in exchange for doing your scan work.
That'd be kind of sweet. Be able to do a little SHIRO video, get a little
negotiating.
Little something.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll reach out to him. He's literally on Discord, so I'll send him a message after this.
Okay.
I have plenty of time, so I'll be good. I actually end the show early too, so I can do that. All right, so Nova Saturn emulator updated to version 0.7. So let's get that breakdown, Dan. Where's Nova emulator? Is it a good emulator? Should I use it? What is going on? What's the update? Let's go. Let me know.
Okay, Pat, I will.
Sorry, that sounded really rude towards the end of that. Sorry about that. That did not mean to be that way.
No, that's okay. I'm not offended. It's fine.
I am.
Great
I'm
toss
offended for you.
to me. Okay. So yeah, the Nova emulator is a Saturn emulator that's probably flown more under the radar than a lot of other ones. Because it's not finished, for one. It's still in progress, and for two, it has not been updated in 5 years. But it finally did just get an update over the holidays on Christmas Day. Its creator, programmer Steve Kwok, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly.
Kwok.
I'm going to say Kwok. Steve Kwok updated his Patreon page with version 0.7, and he had been working on that for a good 5 years. He's been working on this emulator since August 2017, at least, maybe even a little before that. So this has been. Yeah, it's been a while, but his last update was 0.6 in 2019. He's done just a swath of updates. You can download this emulator, by the way, from the Patreon page. You don't have to be a subscriber. He actually is making it free now. I guess he's opening it up because he's just decided that, everybody should be able to enjoy it and benefit from it. So yeah, you can just head over to the Patreon page, which I linked to from my story on SegaSaturnShiro.com. But if you want to just go onto Patreon, just look for Nova. I think. Hold on, let me take a look at what the. Nova. So Steve Kwok. I guess search for his name, Steve Kwok, KWOK, and you'll be able to Nova_emu. It looks like is the page. So yeah, he put an update, and I'm not going to read off all the updates because he's updated just hundreds of things over the last 5 years. He's updated everything from improving graphics displayed by both VDPs to fully emulating the sound chip's DSP, to rewriting how the CD block is emulating various functions. He's added new graphics filter options. He's done all kinds of stuff with this thing. And it seems like a focus of his with Nova is making it run on weaker hardware, which I typed harder in my story. I'm going to have to update that right after the story. Yeah, hardware, similar to the SSF emulator, which also will run on weaker hardware. Quack had said on X, I have set a goal when I started the project. Nova should run at full speed with a 2.0 gigahertz CPU. So that'll be good to make it, a more accessible emulator. Nova definitely has a ways to go, though, as many games that use 3D either don't work correctly or they don't work at all. I tried several. Fighting Vipers doesn't boot at all.
Weaker harder, that's funny.
Yeah, sorry about that. Bulk Slash does boot up, but the 3D parts just don't appear. As you can see from my screenshot below, all of the buildings in the first level don't show up. You just see the VDP2 landscape and
looks
HUD.
normal to me.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You can sort of see the Garjwal, the robot you play as, but he's floating in the upper left corner and is kind of semi-transparent. Very strange. And I mean, Steve has acknowledged that the 3D has ways to go with Nova. So he knows about it. He's working on it. I guess maybe more of his focus has been on VDP2, which he has said should be pretty much 100% emulated correctly at this point. So that's good. And not every 3D game isn't working. For example, Daytona USA looks fine. The music plays with it, but there aren't any sound effects or speech lines. So that's kind of weird, but it was playable game. And, as long as you can still hear music like, the Fly Like the Sons of Angels, that's all you really need with Daytona Championship Circuit
Gotta fly
Edition.
Sky High.
Yeah, or Sky High. I guess I actually checked out the original Daytona here.
Flying high.
So yeah, that's cool. The 2D games are faring better on the Nova emulator. Cotton 2, for example, looked and sounded fine to me when I checked it out. I got a screenshot here. Quite a few homebrew games do not work on Nova, sadly, like Galaxmus, which completely crashes the emulator, and Hellslave, which throws up an illegal instruction after the initial loading screens before showing the title screen's 3D environment. But happily, Slide Hop works, and that's a 3D game. So that was cool. Yeah, I've got a screenshot there. Quack did say on X that the HLE BIOS is not perfect yet. If some games don't work with the HLE BIOS, you can use a BIOS file from your own that you've definitely legally ripped from your own Saturn. You can put it in the
everyone does.
BIOS folder.
I mean, it's easier than ever to do that now, though. Like, you don't see a satiator and you could do that. Like, they did that at Game Onyx, or did that PRGE to get the Saturn off the BIOS off of the Pluto.
Oh, nice. See, there you go. You can do that easily and legally.
There's no excuse anymore.
Right. So Nova does feature some things that other emulators don't, such as a wide range of graphics filters that resemble various displays, from CRT televisions with large and small aperture grills and large and small slot masks, to Game Boy screens, LCD screens, to phosphor scan lines.
So if you ever wanted to know what it's like to play Saturn on a Game Boy Color, you can do that.
You can. It's wild. You can do round dots and square dots. You can even combine any of those filters with reversed colors or monochrome. So it's pretty neat. And I do have a slideshow, a little gallery here where you can kind of look at Hyperdual, which does look good with the Nova emulator, runs well, sounds fine, and you can see it with all these different filters that I tried out. They look really good. They do look really good, and I don't know of any other emulator that really does all these different graphical filters, so that's very cool. Also, Nova can open a wide variety of executable files, many of which are legacy formats used in Saturn development. For example, ABS, SRE, and BAL files are binary formats that the Sega Developer Technical Support CD used, while CVE files, another thing that Nova can open, were from the SciQ development kit. So that's pretty neat for the homebrew community. who might want to open some of these old files, they can do it with the Nova emulator.
I like the comment. Why do you make an emulator name sound like a geriatric drug?
I don't
that's
know.
funny.
So Nova can even emulate the Saru and Satiator ODEs, although I guess the Satiator ODE emulation cannot play games yet. It's just kind of emulating the Satiator menu, but it's still kind of neat. I don't know what you might use it for, but I guess if you wanted to test to see if your stuff would work on a Satiator or Saru, I guess you can sort of emulate them with Nova.
It's actually pretty
Interesting
cool.
options. Yeah, it's cool. He's kind of added that too. So he's already hard at work on version 0.8, and that should improve things even better. Hopefully the pace of updates will get a little faster so we can see an improvement with another good Saturn emulator. So yeah, thanks to Steve Kwok for all his hard work on this, and I hope that he has lots of success with it.
Indeed. Alrighty. I think that is it for the news, right?
Yes. That's what we got in the Saturn world this week.
Filters. Alrighty, so I guess we should move on to thanking our patrons, Patreones.
Yes. And hearing another jingle from Random.
Yeah, let me go get the Patreones up. I have to go pull it up, and we'll play the jingle in the meantime while I get that.
Okay.
The new jingle, the Patreon jingle. Alrighty, we got a Murder Crows, Emerald Nova, Johannes Fetz, Paul Blorte, Sega Steve, Cerillion, Chris Piper, Daniel Fredrickson, Derek Pasquarella, aka A-Team, Evo42, Fat Trunk Friend Otaku, Jim Clasher Rank, Linewing Production, Momphis, Normal Guy, Newt Ramsey, Robert Ramsey, Roan Dinked, Stoneman, the Sega Guys, and Young Money Swee. If you guys want to back us at the $10 and up level, you'll shout out on the show. Above the $3 and up level, you get a lot of cool bonuses like insider content, early fan translations, early content from Sega Guys and Pandemonium and ourselves. So that's always
thank
good
you
stuff.
to everyone who has backed us at any level. We really appreciate your support. And if you can't support us monetarily at all, that's fine too. Just engage with the community, because that's what SHIRO is really all about at the end of the day. Join our Discord server, keep watching the show every week or listening on the podcast. You can join in the discussion on our Facebook page or on X or Blue Sky. So yeah, it's, at the end of the day, the most important thing is just Saturn fans getting together, talking about the Saturn, and sharing the love we have for the games on this console.
Yep. And thank you again, guys, for watching. And I really appreciate it. And definitely join the Discord and chat with us as well. And and I want to thank you guys. And remember, you must play Sega Saturn. Well, no, I'm TraynoCo. This is Dan, and you must play Sega Saturn.
Thanks for watching.